everyone! Welcome back to Story Hive. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Let's jump into today's story. I just overheard my future mother-in-law call me stupid in front of the whole family, and they all laughed and agreed. Now I'm thinking it's stupid to still get posted by Usler. I 23 have been with my fiancé John 24 for 5 years. We were planning on getting married in July 2025. I always thought that his family liked me because we got along well. Honestly, I was very excited to have them all as my in-laws because they were always kind to me, or at least I thought they were. Some important information. About a year ago, when I was scrolling on Instagram, I saw a profile that was kind of cringy but in a cute way. It was an older woman's profile that shared inspirational quotes. I remember one particular post that was something along the lines of "Only stupid people pretend to know everything. Don't pretend, just ask." Honestly, this quote changed me in many ways. Before that, I was always worried that I might embarrass myself. After reading that quote, I realized that if I always pretended to know everything, I'd miss out on actually learning about things. So I decided to change my habits and start admitting that sometimes I genuinely don't know what someone is talking about. For example, if someone is talking about the war in Kosovo, I ask questions to really understand what we're talking about. I ask a lot of questions. Sometimes I even open the Notes app and write down questions that I later want to find answers to. These are my latest questions. How does time work in a black hole? Why do some snails have shells and others don't? What food is okay for ducks? How did the old light bulbs with gas inside them work? Does everyone see colors the same, and how can we know that? Sorry for the long introduction, but it was necessary for understanding what kind of person I am. I know that sometimes I might come across as annoying. Now, on to the problem. His parents hosted a small barbecue last weekend just for the family. It was the mom 54th, dad 59 brothers 26 and 29 and their wives both 27th. I was the last person to show up because I had to work late. As I entered the house and walked towards the backyard, I heard John's mom talking about me. To be honest, she wasn't just talking about me. I just stood there feeling a sinking sensation. I couldn't move, I just stood there. I heard them all laughing. One of the wives said, "I actually don't mind her always asking questions. I think it's cute," which made me feel hopeful, that they would say something like, "Yeah, sure, we're just playing. We love that." But none of them did. Instead, the mom replied, "It's not cute, she's just stupid." After that, they laughed again. I heard John laugh too. My heart kind of broke at that moment because he didn't say one positive thing. He didn't defend me, he just laughed. I quietly turned around and left the house. I texted John that I got sick and had to stay home. Now I'm wondering how I should approach this situation. We live together, and I'm currently sleeping in the guest bedroom, using the excuse that I don't want him to get sick from being around me. I can't ignore him forever, and I can't pretend to be sick anymore because it's been too long. I'm not sure how to proceed. Maybe it was just a misunderstanding. I'm considering talking to them about this, but I'm also worried that they won't be honest with me. I can't marry him if he really thinks I'm stupid, but I also can't marry into a family that thinks so little of me. Maybe it was a joke, and I shouldn't take it so seriously. I'm so torn apart, and every day I convince myself a bit more that it's okay, and that sometimes we should all laugh at ourselves. Now, I feel like I'm just going crazy, so I would really appreciate some advice. Update 1. First of all, I wanted to say thank you to the people who reached out to answer my questions about black holes, snails, ducks, light bulbs, and other stuff. I would love to have you as my friends. For those who said I should just shut up, I don't really care if you find me annoying or hard to be around. I'm okay with that. I don't exist to please everyone. I'm just here to have a good time, pursue my own interests, and learn. I didn't expect my post to gain so much attention, but I'm so grateful for the advice. Most of you told me to break up with him and at the very least confront him. So that's what I decided to do. You gave me the push and confidence to do it. Before I did that, I texted the wife of John's brother, the one who said she liked me asking questions. I asked if we could meet up for coffee, and she said sure. We met, and I didn't see the point in pretending to her that I didn't hear their conversation. So after some small talk, I just said, I heard you all talking about me during the barbecue. She immediately got sad and said she felt embarrassed. She explained that it wasn't a joke, wasn't out of context, it was just mean and hurtful. She said she's sorry for not defending me more, but I said that it's okay and I understand. I told her that I don't blame her for anything. I just wanted to make sure that I understood the situation and saw it for what it really was, laughing about me behind my back, just bullying. At this point, I just had to confront John. In my last post, so many comments were saying that he would probably try to gaslight me, and you were right. We were having dinner together for the first time. Before that, I tried my best to avoid him. Yes, I know, not very mature of me, but other than you guys, I don't really have a strong support system. My family and best friends are hundreds of kilometers away, and I only have two good friends here. I was so stressed I thought I was going to pass out. My legs were shaking, and I was terrified because I knew deep down that this was the moment when my 5-year relationship could go down the drain. I looked him in the eyes and asked, "How does the sun work?" He looked confused, so I followed up with, "Where should I put my fork?" At this point, realization hit him, and he started nervously laughing. I said I was there and I heard them. After the initial shock passed, he got mad. He said it's rude to eavesdrop. I said it's rude to bully people. He tried telling me that it was just a joke, that I shouldn't be so uptight. I said that I didn't find it funny and went to the guest room to calm down. He started panicking, asking me to please talk to him. He was much more apologetic and said that he would be 100 honest with me. I asked if his mother had made similar comments before the barbecue, and he said yes. I asked him if he ever defended me, and he said he tries to. I don't know if I believe him. He told me he loves me and respects me, and I don't know if I believe that either. I said that I love him too, but I need a break. He's all I've ever known. He was my first and only partner. I have no outside perspective on this. I have no experience. I need a moment to think. I will be going to my friend's house for a while to think everything through. The apartment has his name on the lease anyway. After I gathered some of my things and left, he kept texting me nonstop. He tried calling, but I didn't respond. I was very hurt because he tried to belittle my feelings, and only later, when he realized that I might break up with him, did he start apologizing. The next day, I decided to give him another chance to explain himself, so I came back to the apartment. He seemed very sad and tired. He said that he told his mother that I overheard them. I said I didn't care, it was his time to step up and show me that he cares. I'm not interested in an apology from his mother. I'm already done with her. I can't put up with this behavior and mocking me like we're in primary school. I saw a comment saying that probably her ego is hurting, and I think it's true. She never got the chance or never had the desire to get an education. She is a very good homemaker, but outside of that, she doesn't have many interests of her own. If I ask her about making tomato soup, she will talk for 30 minutes lecturing me about adding enough sugar but not too much. She will lecture anyone who is willing to listen, but anytime someone talks about something she's not familiar with. Once again, he tried telling me that I should relax because it was only a joke, and at this point I had enough. I took off my ring and told him that his behavior is a joke and I can't be the punchline. I told him that I wish him and his family the best and to look in the mirror to check if they really are as superior as they think they are. I said I would be back with my friends soon to pick up the rest of my stuff and to not contact me again unless it's about moving my things out. And that's it. I'm done. Thank you all for the advice. Without you, I wouldn't have had the confidence to leave this man. I know I deserve better. I can't be with someone who can't stand up for me, and I wouldn't be able to feel comfortable around his family. So I'm done with the relationship. I hope they treat his next girlfriend better. Thank you again, Reddit, for the advice. Update 2. After taking some time to think things over, I've come to a decision about my relationship. I've been reflecting on everything that's happened and what I truly want moving forward. John and I had a difficult conversation after I came back to the apartment. I wanted to give him a chance to explain himself, but his responses didn't give me the clarity I needed. He seemed genuinely upset and tired, but his explanations felt more like excuses than real answers. He admitted that his mother had made similar comments about me before, and while he said he tries to stand up for me, I'm not sure I believe him. The situation with his family is still weighing heavily on me. It's clear that their behavior towards me was more than just a bad joke. The comments they made were hurtful and mean-spirited, and John's lack of defense for me was disappointing. I realized that I can't be in a relationship where I'm not supported or respected, especially by my partner's family. I decided to take a break from the relationship to gain some perspective. I packed up some of my things and went to stay with a friend. John tried to reach out, texting and calling me nonstop. His attempts to minimize the situation and belittle my feelings only made me more resolute in my decision. When I went back to the apartment to collect the rest of my belongings, John was more apologetic, but it felt too little too late. I told him that I'm done with the relationship. I explained that I can't continue in a situation where I feel disrespected and where my partner can't stand up for me. I also made it clear that I didn't want any further contact unless it was about arranging the logistics of moving my things out. I'm focusing on myself now and trying to move forward. The support and advice I received from others really helped me see things more clearly. I know I deserve to be with someone who respects me and values me, and I'm not willing to settle for anything less. I hope that John and his family will treat his next partner better, but for now I'm looking forward to starting a new chapter in my life. Update 3. Things have been really tough, but I've finally come to a decision about my relationship with John. After taking a break and staying with a friend, I had some time to think about everything that's happened. The more I reflect on it, the clearer it becomes that this relationship isn't right for me. When I went back to the apartment to pick up the rest of my things, John was there, and he seemed genuinely remorseful. He admitted that his mother's comments were hurtful and that he hadn't handled things well. Despite his apology, I felt that it was too little too late. I realized that if he truly respected and cared about me, he would have defended me and set boundaries with his family long before this. I told him that I couldn't continue in a relationship where I felt so disrespected. I explained that I needed to move on and that I wouldn't be coming back. John tried to convince me to stay, but I was firm in my decision. I told him that I needed space and that I didn't want any more contact unless it was about arranging for me to get the rest of my belongings. It's been hard, but I'm starting to feel a sense of relief now that I've made my decision. I know that I deserve to be with someone who supports and respects me, and this experience has made me more determined to find that. I'm focusing on healing and moving forward, and I'm grateful for the support and advice I received from friends and others who helped me see things more clearly. Update 4. Things have been pretty intense lately, and after a lot of reflection, I've come to a decision about my relationship with John. After everything that happened, I needed some time away to think, so I moved in with a friend. It gave me the space I needed to really process what's been going on. When I went back to the apartment to pick up my things, John was there. He seemed genuinely upset and tired, and he did apologize for his behavior and for not standing up for me. He admitted that his family's comments were hurtful and that he should have done more to defend me. Despite his apologies, I couldn't shake the feeling that his remorse. I had been waiting for him to show me that he truly respected and supported me, and when he laughed along with his family, it was clear he hadn't done that. I told him that I couldn't stay in a relationship where I felt so disrespected and unsupported. It wasn't just about his family's comments, it was about how he didn't stand up for me when it mattered. I needed to know that he would be my ally and defend me against anyone who tries to bring me down, especially his own family. John tried to persuade me to stay, and he expressed regret for his actions, but I was firm. I told him that I needed to move on and that I wouldn't be coming back to the apartment. I asked for space and said that any further contact should only be about arranging for me to get my things. Leaving was hard, but it also felt like a relief. I'm slowly starting to find my footing again and focusing on taking care of myself. I'm grateful for the support and advice I received from friends and others who helped me see things clearly. This experience has been painful, but it's also made me more determined to find a relationship where I'm truly valued and respected. I'm now looking forward to a fresh start and hoping to surround myself with people who appreciate and support me. While it's difficult to move on from something that was once so important, I know it's the right decision for my happiness and well-being. Thanks for tuning in to today's Reddit story. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on more amazing stories. See you next time.